Good morning. My name is Jeff Algott. The Episcopal Diocese of Bethlehem, of which Prince of Peace is a member, has announced a pilgrimage for all parishioners, churches, and the diocese. For us, at Prince of Peace, this will take the form of a 45-minute presentation after the 9:30 a.m. Sunday service on each of the 5 Sundays beginning February 14th. I'm one of the pilgrimage shepherds, and along with others, including Father Joe and Deacon Chris, will be helping to facilitate the discussion groups. Now, a pilgrimage is defined as not just any journey, but a journey or search of spiritual significance. Typically, it's a journey to a shrine or other location of some importance to a person's beliefs and faiths, like Jerusalem for Christians or Mecca for Muslims, for example. But sometimes it can also be a metaphorical journey into someone's own beliefs. And it is this latter journey, this metaphorical journey, of which Bishop Sean is speaking. A process for the members of our diocese to faithfully explore and discern God's Spirit and His direction for our future. So why are we going on a pilgrimage? And why now? Well, from a liturgical standpoint, the pilgrimage was timed to begin in January as we entered the season of Epiphany, which was a post-Christmas celebration of the Magi's journey to Bethlehem to find the infant Jesus. More broadly speaking, we live in a very challenging time, a time of great complexity, a time of accelerating assaults on, and a time of secular disdain for our Christian principles and beliefs. As Dorothy aptly noted in The Wizard of Oz, Toto, we aren't in Kansas anymore. And as Bishop Sean, in a more biblical sense, noted, we aren't in Egypt anymore either. So if God has liberated his people from slavery in Egypt, where are we? Well, I submit that we're still on our journey to the Promised Land. And the questions that raises is, what does the Promised Land look like? Where is the Promised Land? And how do we get there? How do we best get there? All good questions, but unfortunately the bishop and the diocese aren't giving us any answers. This is not turning out to be a multiple choice quiz. This is much more like an essay test. And all joking aside, we do know and we must keep in mind that our ultimate destination for all of us is to one day be present with the Lord in the kingdom of his heaven. But until then, we have work to do here in this life, where we have to trust God and try to strive and see what he is discerning for us. And that's true for our personal spirituality, for our corporate worship at Prince of Peace, and for the diocese. So during the pilgrimage, it's intended that we first grow closer to God as individuals, diving into our own spiritual personality, our personal spirituality. Secondly, that we grow closer to one another at Prince of Peace. And third, that we function better and have a corporate consensus at the diocesan level. Now, change is tough. Change can be frightening. It often involves loss before we realize any gain. Some of the things that we value, some of the things that we like, we may have to let go for the sake of the future. Others we may have to hold on to. It's going to be very tempting to go back to a past that we fondly remember and liked, or to quickly try to discard a past that we didn't like and then just call it a day. But we have to commend to God all of this so he can show us his choices for us as we look to something that is entirely new. And as Bishop Sean notes, we're going to a place of discovery. And on this journey, we have to create the road that we're walking on. So to reiterate, Prince of Peace's pilgrimage will take the form of a 45-minute discussion group after each Sunday morning service starting February 14th and ending March 13th. We will conclude promptly at 11:30 a.m. In addition to a facilitator, we will have printed resources available, and no sign-up is necessary. Just show up. We invite all our parishioners, including our youth, who have much to add, but to whom we often don't listen well enough to. We invite you to plan your Sunday mornings to join us on this important journey of pilgrimage. May God's peace be with you.